Hello YouTubers. I've never done this before, but I've watched a lot of YouTube videos that help me rig out my Hobie Pro Angler 14. And I'd like to share some of the things that I did and improvements on ideas that I gleaned from other folks on YouTube. First, I want to talk about the mount that I fabricated for a trolling motor. Keeping in mind that every modification that I did on the boat, I did without actually drilling into the hull of the boat itself. It's made out of sheet aluminum with two aluminum mounting brackets that are marketed for lights on the front of pickup trucks. There's no holes in the hull. I'm using the existing 4 holes for the cover plate for where the bell crank assembly located at, and on the rear handle. Okay, so one of the unique things I did with the existing Minn Kota trolling motor mount was eliminated the detents except down and locked and up and locked. The reason for that was that because as the trolling motor went up or down, it would try the locking device would try to engage each detent, and it would start putting a lot of stress on my control shaft here. So anyway, let me install it. I put the chain on the pin because initially when I fabricated it, it had a bushing and a washer, and I had trouble keeping track of them, and I found that that was all that I needed. The hole that was drilled into the boat is in the hatch, the rear hatch, and that is for the power. The power source is located in the front of the boat, and the wires run through the inside of the boat. So the boat's steering, the trolling motor is tied into the steering via the bell crank. And now it's in the down and lock position. So it has a remote cable that releases the lock that's attached to the fittings for the bungees on the boat, and the hardware used to hold the pulleys on the inside of the boat. I just got longer screws and went through it. And this is how the motor remote release operates. I unlock it and grab this cable right here and pull the motor into the up position. And then if I want to release it, I grab the locking mechanism cable and then let the motor fall back down to the lock position. That's as you can see, the motor is attached to the steering bell crank, and it helps me to make really tight turns in tight places. I'll use power from the trolling motor to assist me in turning the boat sharply, which most people know that pro anglers kind of steer like the Queen Mary. Okay, now to the power source. The power source is kept at the front of the boat. It's comprised of a box that I built using epoxy and fabricating a silicone seal for the top with bungee cords. The idea being that the boxes water resistant, not waterproof, because I couldn't find a suitable container that was waterproof that would fit in this confined space. The battery is a Waterblade lithium ion battery rated at 50 amp hour, and it weighs 9 pounds. The control system is LS Engineering, uh, remote power for the trolling motor. The rheostat that controls the power to the boat is located on my fish finder on the Barley Pro Sun Shield, and it only has forward. The trolling motor. There is no reverse because the boat has reverse. The Mirage Drive has its own reverse. I didn't see the point in having it on the boat, so I disabled it. But the LS Engineering device works forward, reverse, and neutral. But because the neutral detent is so soft and I don't hear well, so I elected to do away with reverse.